Well, my torso goes this way. My hips follow, that is. Hip, hip. See that? And then my arm go this way, my hips go that way. That's how it goes. From the side. Music? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's get it going, y'all. Let's do this. Have some fun. 5, 6, 7, 8. I got. Forward, back, back, back. Alright? So when I put my knee up, you don't have to go too deep. Also, keep small. Keep small and move faster. Let's go from this part. Pull. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Twist. Back, twist. Top, bottom, forward. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah? So some of us might be used to bounce the hip hop, which is right, it's true. But this, our bounces are hardly noticeable because it's so fast. Top. Side, top. See how I do that? Yeah. Let's try that part again. A little faster. We good? Yeah. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Pull. Walk, step, back, twist. Top, 3, and forward. 6, 7, 8. Yes. Cool. Add on to go from top of the music. Top of the music or whip? Whip. Let's do it. You ready to go? Got this. We got this. Shanika got me. I need some lotion. My hands are like. That's what happens when you're so into it. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. I got. Fellas, how you doing with hips right there? See, ladies, they have with hips. Some guys, it's like, oh man, it's like, come on, man, you know I got this. I stand corrected. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. I got. Go back. Grab some water, y'all. Looks good.
Welcome to another episode of Cordelia's Passion. My name is Cordelia Moye, and tonight I am welcoming Mr. Carl Alleyne. Am I saying it right?
Correct.
To my show. He teaches a men's hip hop class here in Cambridge. So I'm just going to let him explain a little bit about himself and what he's about. So there it is.
Sure. My name is Carl Alleyne, and I love the city of Boston, the city of Cambridge. I am a performer, an actor, dancer. I'm a choreographer, and I own a studio called Boston Mobile Dance Studio. It's a virtual studio, so we travel to different locations, and our passion is teaching people social dance. So teaching people with 3 left feet,
Right.
teaching people with 4 left feet, just how to dance and move comfortably and be comfortable in their own skin, So
now, how long have you been teaching the class? How long been going on?
This particular class here, I've been teaching it since 2001. Oh no, sorry, yeah, 2001. And it's been a while. I reinvented it, rebranded it, and we're still here. It's 2017. It's been fun.
Yeah, well, I know I came to your class this morning. Normally we film my show on a Friday night, but me and Henry, shout out to Henry, shout out. So me and Henry decided to take it to a different location and branch out a little bit and kind of get out of the studio, because we can be a little bit like, we can be studio rats. So we kind of how to get outside the studio. Nice. So you got me here this morning, and I really enjoyed the diversity in your class. I saw white, I saw black, I saw Hispanic, I saw Indian, and I really like that, because I'm all about diversity. I think, honestly, art, music, anything, literature, painting, it is universal language. It doesn't have a color, it's for everyone. So I like to see diversity, and I like to see people wanting to learn hip hop. You know what I mean? Like different cultures and races, like want to learn hip hop. Because everybody that knows me, you guys know I'm a huge hip hop head. So, okay, so I want to know: have you always wanted to dance? Like, when did you decide at some age that you love to dance and you like to just get out and just show out in front of everybody? Like, was it when you had like a family get-togethers and you're like, I can dance, everybody look at me, you know, like auntie, you know, something like that?
Well, you know, for me, it was more in school, because our school in middle school, well, even taking further back, one of my best friends, Tony Modest, we'd be at recess in the elementary school on top lots, and we just practice what we saw on TV. You know, we just danced with no music, and it was just fun, all fun. And fast forward to middle school, we started doing like our 7th grade dance. Okay. And we do dance competitions then, and that's when I started taking it seriously, because I didn't want anyone to beat me. Right. You know, I wanted to outdo people. That competitive spirit. You know. So, and then, you know, and then at that time you had shows like BET, Rap City, and you know, MTV in the basement, MTV Raps. So watching that stuff, it was just like, oh, how do you do that? How do you? And then I think a move before it was breaking, breaking. So all those influences got me to say, you know what, I got to do something. I got to figure out how to do this. Yeah. You know. And then even at that time, there were also basement parties, you know. Oh, I don't know the basement parties. I don't do those anymore, you know, the basement parties. So we go there, and there was house music that was played at these basement parties sometimes too. So all of those things mixed together got me into dancing. You know, even when I walk down the street or in my neighborhood, I'm dancing when I'm walking. Yeah. So it's in me, you know. It's in you. Yeah.
I remember what got me into like, not really like hip hop, but what first like got me kind of like to be like, wow, like this is something different. I would have to say the first time I saw Roxanne Shante, and I saw this young girl in the booth just like spitting all these verses against like dudes. I was like, I want to be like her, and I was like so mesmerized by Roxanne Shante. And shout out to Roxanne Shante. I love you.
You're Juice Group.
Yes, Juice Group. Bismarcky, you're my girl crush, Roxanne Shante. But that's like what first said, wow, female can do that too, you know. And that's when I kind of fell in love with hip hop.
That truly was a golden era at that time, you know. I mean, Big Daddy Kane had Scoop and Scrap Lover, Cool G Rap had their 2 dancers. And it's just the energy, and people were so original. Yeah. But when they brought what they brought.
And Master Ace had the puppet.
Master Ace had the puppet, you know. And it was just all that stuff was just so like, wow, how did he do that? Yeah. And it was so simple, but and it was made. And what I love about our culture is it was made out of nothing. Right. And it became really something. Yeah. And now you have all these people in your class, and they're dancing, and you're sharing that, you know, with people, and that is, I think that's a beautiful thing. And I wanted to ask you, when did you like visualize yourself like teaching a class? Like when did you have that aha moment when you were like, I think I'm going to teach a class? Yeah, but when did you have that moment? Well, for me, you know, when I think part of it was I had a friend of mine who was director of Boston Ballet, was artistic director of Boston Ballet at the time, and another friend of mine who was a music producer, and they produced a production for my church. And so what we did was they asked me to choreograph And I was like, oh, okay. Before that, I choreographed for my group on a smaller level, but I never choreographed for a whole bunch of people. So at that time, I choreographed that, and then I thought, maybe you could do a class. And then I went to the West Newton YMCA. That was like my first class. And then I had people that were really passionate about what I did, and they helped me, and they encouraged me you should teach more. You should teach class consistently. And so that really got me into it. That really gave me a nudge to do it. You know, so and that was like 1997, I think, 1998. Yeah, so that was when I really got into teaching people at the masses.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, do you ever think that you want to like merchandise yourself in branding, like branch off and do like DVDs, maybe do other workshops, travel to other cities and teach classes, or like how do you feel on merchandising your brand or expanding your brand?
Yes, and what I wanted to do, because first for me, I look at myself, I had to look at what my role was, and since doing it for so long, that's really given me a lot of confidence to kind of explore the different things I wanted to do, especially living in like New England, because it depends on where you live, depends on what you can do and how far you can go.
Right.
To some extent, to a good extent.
Yeah.
So for me, my role, I'm more of a cheerleader for people.
Right.
I like cheering people on and say, all right, go ahead. This dancer, he's 26. Dude, you should try that. Have you tried that? Or let me help push you.
Right.
At one point, I became a talent agent too.
Right.
So I was a whole bunch of artists cheerleader. So for me, that's my passion. That's my role. So I love to do DVDs, and whenever I do something, I always find myself in the forefront. I don't mean to, but so I feel like it's a blessing. Right. So I take that gift as it comes. Right. But more of my passion is to say, let me create this platform and push people in the direction they want to go, and let them create on the level they want to create. Because the opportunities I had a lot of great ones. It was great, but I've been in situations where I've hit ceilings. I've hit ceilings because people were afraid to push the envelope where they want to go artistically. Yeah. So for me, it's more, my vision is create platforms where people can break barriers with their passion or with their creativity.
Like you have to, like I know with me, because I write and, and I remember when I first started writing, people would always criticize me because my style of writing is very different. I don't edit my books at all. And so I just leave mistakes in my books. So people would always like, you can't write like this. Nobody's gonna take you seriously. And I'm like, no. Just because whenever you push the envelope and you do something that's different, that's who you need to keep your eye on. People don't understand that. Whoever's different and unique is who you watch. Everybody who's doing things on this, the same way, they're boring. Watch the people that are like the oddballs, because they're gonna do something they're gonna do something special. Like the artists that that you don't quite understand at the time, the dances you don't quite understand at the time, whatever it is that you don't understand. I always say keep your eye on the person that is the misunderstood one, because they're the ones like 20 years from now, 30 years from now, that are gonna be the groundbreakers that you're still gonna talk about long after they're gone. So when people are afraid to succeed because they don't want to, push the boundaries, then I would have to say that you lucked out.
I agree. Like when you say that, because even when I do music too, and what I like the best for a good part is when I can critique myself a lot, but But when you first put something out and it's just so raw, there's a beauty about that you can never create again. Yeah. And so I agree with that. And so when I work with people, they want to remix something again and again and again to get it. And by the time they remix it, was so watered down from what their vibe was originally. Yeah. So I agree with that. And I try to do that with dance, just fashion or whatever, because it's like, it's your feeling. That feeling, there's no one on this earth who would ever be like you. Right. And so what I like to do with the platform is just to help people to be themselves. Since no one can't be like you anyway. That's right. And that's what makes us so different and unique and special. Right. But if it's all cookie cutter and safe, and a lot of businesses are like that. So even that's why I created my business, Boston Local Dance Studio, because with what we do, I want to create dance on a social level, and different people who can connect with it and work with it. Right. This is for them. Right. For people who want to play it safe and are afraid to change their system or whatever, or create something different, or go in a different direction. Well, they can keep playing it safe. They have their own lane. They have their lane for themselves. Exactly. Okay. So,
Yeah.
So, this is the fun part of my show.
Cool.
This is the time that I get to ask you some fun questions.
Sure.
So, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So, who is your favorite hip hop artist right now?
My favorite hip hop artist right now, that's a hard one. Nas is definitely the top. Between Nas and KRS-One. You know, Nas is the man, but KRS-One just so deep. It's just like, I don't understand you, but it's so funky and fresh. You know?
Can we rewind for a minute? Nas.
Nas, yeah, Jones. So I say those individuals, KRS-One's still doing it.
Yeah, KRS-One.
He's the man.
Yeah,
He's always deep. He's consistently deep, even when people don't understand him. And so I appreciate him taking those risks.
But who's the favorite now?
Who's my favorite now? It's between them still. I mean, you got people like Kendrick Lamar. Like I rock his music, and a lot of our new artists, I respect them.
Yeah.
But it's never the same. It's been never the same since
It's
the
never.
golden era.
I know what you're saying. Like
I've always asked myself, am I just being stuck in that era? But no. Everyone was different.
yeah, everyone was different.
Even when labels try to create artists to be the same as the other, they all, no, I can't say always, but they put some kind of twist to it.
There was always something different. There was always, I know what you're saying.
Like if someone had a Gumby, they had a Gumby with Diane.
Yeah.
Now it's just like everything seems the same.
Everything's the same. I get it. So sometimes you gotta be stuck in that era. I know sometimes we gotta be stuck. I know
It's what it
we don't want
is.
to, but we gotta be stuck.
And it's still timeless.
And so, what was in your mind the best era for hip hop?
The best era for hip hop between 1986, 87 and 1994, 95-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, the 90s were such a great
90s.
time, like, just like fashion-wise, just like hip-hop, you go to New York, you go to the Tunnel, you go to like West, like 4th Street, you go to Nell. It was just like it's such a fun time in hip-hop, and you would go to the club and actually be in the club with Bumpmaster Flex, being the DJ that night. Out on the radio, you would see like Slick Rick in the club, you would see Cameron in the club, you would see Busta Rhymes, and it was just, and it was like they were accessible to you. It wasn't like you would just hear them on the radio, like it was like a whole scene, it was a whole culture. But yeah, the 90s definitely was, if you missed the 90s, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But
YouTube it.
yeah, YouTube it! YouTube it!
You gotta be educated on that. That's so important.
So, right, this is the question that everybody seems to love on my show. So, I'm gonna ask a question. Everybody that watches this show knows this question I'm gonna ask you. What is your favorite backyard barbecue song? Keep it a little to two, because everybody likes to run home and they like to run out. 2 songs.
I like R. Kelly's Step in the Name of Love and Backyard Party.
Backyard Party.
It's so, it's just, a lot of, R. Kelly's brilliant. That's a whole other story. His music is incredible. So a lot of music that he has now, you don't really hear it, but Backyard Party is a good song. It's grooving,
It's Step in there. And everybody knows I gotta go to Chicago, so you the name of Step a Set song. I'm feeling anything Step a Set. So yeah. So last one question.
Sure.
Okay. First pair of brand new kicks that you ever got. How did you feel? And after you put them on your feet and you know you owned them, you know they were yours. They weren't going back, and you were walking down the street. That feeling, how did that feel?
Well, I gotta say my Jordans, those were 88 or something like that. Those were fresh. I didn't want them to ever get dirty. They were red and white, and then I was like, I treated it like a little matchbox. I was like, I can't let this get dirty ever. And I put them on, and it was just like, so fresh.
And when you walked outside and they hit the concrete,
I felt so confident. I was like, nothing could stop me. It's like, this day will never end. Like a story. It's like what do you call it? What are those things called?
The never-ending story.
Never-ending story. Yeah, it's like never end.
Yeah.
Jordan, my Jordans.
All right. So I always like to ask people, because I always kind of like, I like it to be a conversation, kind of, it's an interview slash conversation, so I always ask my guests if there's anything that you want to ask me.
What is your vision for the Somerville, Cambridge, Massachusetts area as far as hip hop?
Well, when I started this show, I honestly just wanted to just do a show to just interview artists, but for me, I come across a lot. I don't know what it is about me, but I do attract a lot of hip hop energy to me. Whether I'm walking down the street and I meet some rappers, or I'm in a club and it's hip hop, everything hip hop just seems to find me. So hopefully with this show, I can in some way help hip hop artists in Boston, get a visualization, because people can access them through YouTube and just help, just help local hip hop artists out. If I can, like either having them on my show and showcasing their work and their personalities. I think a lot of times with hip hop artists, people don't get to see a fun side. So I make it a point to ask like these like random like fun questions to kind of get people out of that. That whole like it's not like that. You're not like that all the time. You're not like that all the time. So I like to get like hip hop artists on or artists on, and just like have fun and just show a side of themselves that like you wouldn't expect. So
That's cool. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I love Boston. I love this Cambridge and Somerville. I just love the Massachusetts area. Like I've worked in New York. Like my cousin lived in New York. She worked in New York, but I worked there, and I love the vibe. It's fast. It's continual. But Boston's like it's like coming to a small town, and it's everything you need, and it's just right. It's just enough. And so I love being here. I love being able to have my business here as well.
It's a good place to start.
Start to push it. My vision is to be able to travel throughout Massachusetts. Like I used to tour as an artist too, and it's funny. I have 3 kids now, so I'm like, I don't want to. I want to be home.
I know.
Do my own laundry.
But you gotta kind of keep pushing. You got to.
But the cool thing with technology is you can do things. I could sell music. I could build brands and be where I'm at the same time. Where before I couldn't do that.
Right.
Now I can find different ways to do it. Whether it's selling T-shirts or clothing, or having different streams of income, which is cool. So I've been more focused on doing stuff like that, just being local, but spreading dance and spreading social dance as one of the platforms, one of the main platforms. And other things can come through that.
But I get it. But okay, so that leads me to the next question. How can people get in contact with you as far as like your business, your branding? How can people take your dance class? Do you have a website? Can people reach you on Twitter or Instagram or anything like that? So I'm gonna give you the camera, and you're just gonna break loose and let the audience know how they can reach you if you want to take his class and etc.
Yes, etc. So, Boston Mobile Dance Studio. My name is Carl Alleyne. I am the vice president. Teresa Alleyne is the president. You can check out bostonmobiledance.com. That is the website. We focus on social dance, so if you feel like you can't dance, or if you feel like you used to dance and you want to dance again, check us out. We do classes all around the city, and we're growing and expanding. Our Instagram account is at Boston Mobile Dance Studio. Check it out. Our Twitter is at bmstudio.com. Check it on out. All right, and I look forward to seeing you. Come on out and dance. Dance is fun.
You gotta get out and dance. Don't stay in the house being depressed and looking and complaining all the time. Get out of the house and dance and spread some sunshine. Damn it.
For real, don't be like, oh, I used to dance like that 15 years ago at my party.
I don't know. Saturday morning.
It is morning time. Hope that's breakfast.
And I hope you did too. So on that note, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
All the best to you in the future. And thank you all for joining me for another episode of Cordelia's Passion. And 1, 2, 3. Cordelia's Passion.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for coming.